all of a sudden, boom, boom, unmistakable. 2 gunshots were just fired.
It was a horrifying spasm of violence.
We believe it was a targeted situation here.
The so-called Labor Day Massacre in Aurora.
I don't know how this happened.
September 7th, 1998. 5 people shot to death in 2 different houses. Kayla Reichert was only 7 at the time, but she remembers it well, too well.
I would just sheer panic of just screaming and crying, and I did not know what was going on.
Kayla's mother and brother were 2 of the victims, gunned down in their own home, Kayla's home, and she was there when it happened.
I went inside to change, and when I got down to the landing is when I saw my mom. And I don't remember how I saw her, but I just remember seeing her there dead and screaming, falling to my knees.
According to prosecutors, the 2 suspects, 18-year-old Michael Martinez and 17-year-old Alexander Pogosian, were angry with the 5 victims for various reasons, so they killed them.
Mike got mad. He woke up one day and he just called over here saying, I'm going to kill these people.
A few hours after the murders, Martinez himself was found shot to death nearby. Pogosian was suspected, but never charged. But he was charged with the 5 other murders that day. He was then tried, convicted, and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
I mean, it wasn't a normal death. It was a brutal killing.
But in 2012, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that it was unconstitutional to sentence juveniles to life in prison without the possibility of parole. A new law was then passed in Colorado requiring that all juvenile lifers be resentenced and making them eligible for parole in as little as 30 years and no more than 40. So Pogosian, who has now served 22 years in prison, will be resentenced on December 21st.
There is no remorse on his part.
Kayla said she too will be in the Arapahoe County courtroom when Pogosian is resentenced, and she won't be shy.
For me, it's important the judge to also be able to hear the things that I went through. It's important to let them know what this person did to my life, and that's absolutely destroyed it.
23 years after they were murdered, Kayla said she still thinks of her mother and brother all the time.
Everyone would always say her smile would light up a room, like just the most genuine, caring person.
And to honor their memory, she said she'll do everything in her power for as long as it takes to make sure Alexander Pogosian is never a free man again.
We haven't forgotten about them. You know, they've always been a part of our memory, and we're gonna continue that, and we're gonna make sure that we honor them by making sure Alex stays where he is.
Matt Jablow, 9 News.